Nikhil, what I wanted to ask you is now for the next couple of years till 2024, we're going to be rolling out 5G across the country. By 2024, is our 5G network going to be advanced enough to really compete against the networks that you see in the US and China?
Well, this is the poignant point which becomes here, and this is the crucial question, Aisha, which you have asked here. To start with my answer, I would like to reiterate the fact that as per the given details, since Reliance and the Jio, which is the top leader in the market for the telecommunication sector, they have purchased the maximum number of spectrum worth rupees 88,000 crore, and they have clearly mentioned in their statement saying that by Diwali this year, that means by in a few days from now, by the end of this October, we are expecting the rollout of 5G services, particularly for 4 major cities. That means for Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. So 4 top cities are going to be there, which are going to be provided with the 5G technology by the Diwali this year. This is the crucial point and the important point which comes here. And also, if we talk about the second highest bidder, the second top spender for the auction of the spectrum, which is the Airtel Sunil Bharti Group, they have spent close to 44,000 crore worth rupees of spectrum for the purchase of the same, and they have clearly mentioned in their statement that they are going to roll out for the all the urban cities by the year 2023. So by the end of the year 2023, we are going to expect the Airtel coming up with the 5G services for the urban sectors. But by the further year, that means by the end of the year 2024, majorly all the 3 top leader of the telecommunication sector, be it Reliance Jio, be it Airtel, be it Vodafone Idea, they all are going to roll out the 5G services in entire country. Then only we will get to know with how many countries they are going to compete in a year or. But as mentioned by our guest as well, that we have to become a leader. As a country, we have to become a leader, and we are moving in that direction. We cannot be, in the league of following other countries. But if we talk about the 5G networks, there are many of the countries which have already gone ahead, Aisha. So this is the reason why we need to pace up, we need to scale up all our preparations, and in that direction only Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been moving. We have mentioned you in earlier as well that in the year 2017, the forum was set up, high-level forum was set up by the government of India for the same, for the rollout of the 5G services, as to what are the important points which are the sectors to be covered and how they are going to be poignant in the 5G networks which are introduced by different countries. So the report for the same was submitted in the year 2018, and now we are seeing finally that how the spectrums were rolled out early this year, and Reliance Jio has been the top purchaser of the same, and then we are finally going to be seeing that how the official launching of the same is going to take place by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a short while from now. And as we speak, Aisha, in the visuals as well, you can see that Prime Minister is keenly looking for each and every detail. Not just he's on the receiving end, he is in fact asking the questions as well if there the need be. We can see that some kind of communication is currently happening between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the person or the group of people who are behind the screen. So this is the demonstration that we were telling the viewers of CNN News 18 that the demonstration of the 5G technology is going to take place in front of Prime Minister Narendra Modi by all the top leaders. They are going to show that how the actual rollout is going to be looked by. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a way also is going to become the first person in entire country to be a part of this particular service, to be first person to video call for the 5G services. And in fact, in the visuals as well, a group of ladies can be seen here on the other end on the TV screen, and currently Prime Minister Narendra Modi is interacting with all the ladies, and this actually demonstrates as to what the speed time is, because earlier as well, if you go by the current services, it takes milliseconds or few seconds for the other person to receive the voice or the communication, for the better communication. But in 5G services, we are expecting that it is going to be smooth. And also, if we talk about the current infrastructure of the communication in entire country, we have seen if you travel through the Delhi metro as well, well. You lose connection if you go in some of the places which are under the basement. You lose your connection. Your networks are poor. In fact, the call dropping is one of the difficulty, one of the problem which the country has been facing for long, and this is the reason why the tightening of the grips as well has been happening from the government of India, particularly for the top operators as well. They have clearly been saying that, see, this is something, this is the point where you have to work with, because a lot of complaints were filed, particularly for call drop in the entire country. But now with the rollout of the 5G services, we are expecting that all the difficulties which were currently in the existing plan, existing infrastructure, it is supposed to eradicate, and the smoothness in the telecommunication sector is going to be witnessed by the country, because it is not just the communication sector. The technology and the data in person is used in different segments as well. We have been mentioning you since this morning, Aisha, that in the defense sector, in the education sector, many of the major segments is the place, including that of businesses as well, that there is heavy reliance over the networking and the data as well. Back to you, Aisha.
Absolutely, Nikhil. Thank you so much for all